Hello and good morning. Good morning. Audio check here. Yep, I hear myself. Good morning. Audio check here. Saturday, my live stream crashed. Today, we're going to investigate what we can find out about that. Now, I don't know yet what we're going to find. I have not looked into this. We're doing it live right now. Today is November 1st, 2022. It is 9:01 a.m., the day after giving out trick-or-treat candy. I had a bunch of kids come to the house, gave away a bunch of candy, saw a bunch of great costumes. My daughter and my grandson came over for a while to end out the evening. And so that was a good holiday. Or a good celebration. It's not actually a holiday. Let me punch a button here and get over to showing the title for today, Windows Daily 87, Investigating a Recent Live Stream Crash. Now, some of you know a little bit more than others about the details of what happened. If you only were watching that day and you didn't see the message that I sent afterwards, then you're not up to speed with what some of us know. Yeah, we'll look at Reality Monitor. That will be part of what we'll do. Selden Ball. Still trying to call you Selden Bell, huh? Now let's go over to look at the community notice that I sent out. If I go to my channel here to community tab, after the live stream was over, I sent out this message. And if you're subscribed to my channel, you should have received this as a notification. It doesn't look the same as a notification of a live stream that's in progress or starting. So it's possible that you might not notice it for that reason. But what I explained at that time, today's live stream ended unexpectedly when Big Beast Build experienced a partial lockup. The behavior of this lockup crash was unusual. The image on XSplit of me froze because I had the camera on me at the time, and that's my first notice, is it just froze. The images of people in Zoom were also frozen. There was no error message. The three monitors looked normal, except there was no movement. The keyboard and mouse were unresponsive. People in Zoom could still hear me, and I could still hear them. And they still saw my live camera video feed on their screen. So my camera was still working. My computer was still communicating with my camera and sending the video image out through Zoom. And we still had two-way communications through Zoom by voice. I was unable to open Task Manager since keyboard and mouse were unresponsive. The Zoom participants confirmed that the live stream had a circling arrow, which usually is an indication of buffering. And also I turned over to Baby Beast, and I saw the same thing there, is the live stream was just had that spinning arrow. It's not fast enough to call it spinning, but circling arrow. I said goodbye to the Zoom participants and then used the Big Beast Build power button to force it off. And I don't think I actually have a reset button on it. There's a reset button on the motherboard, but I just did the power button. Let's see, I'm turning off Bluetooth on my cell phone so that if I get any text messages about this stream, I'll be able to notice them. Now let's go take a look at the stream itself. But come back here to, let's see, videos recently. Yeah, YouTube changed the way this is set up now. 11 days ago, 12 days ago. That's not what I want. I want my live streams recently uploaded. If I click on that, can I change to streams? Popular. No, I want to. They used to have the way to select how you wanted to see these here, but all this shows is clicking popular or recently uploaded. So I want to get to Saturday's live stream. Here, this should be it, right? Streamed 2 days ago. So I'm going to bring that up and come all the way out to the end and see where I was at when the stream crashed. Yeah, that's not crashed yet. That looks like it's still going. I do have the right one, don't I? Advancing by 10 seconds at a time. Oh, I know why this is. When I first went back to look at it, there was quite a long distance after the crash before the timeline reached the end. But since then, YouTube has processed that, and they've cut out the part where I stopped, my computer stopped sending them stream data. That's why this is going way out to the edge like that. So I don't know that we're going to see very much here, except that we'll know that the time, it was 1:49:25, getting close there. 1:49:49 we got to get to, so I'm going to start advancing. And here's the last few seconds, and we'll listen to it. Fiverr, that, no, that was, yeah, okay, thumbnail. So I'm a winner, as opposed to that other recent experience with a thumbnail from the Fiverr, that, no, that was, okay. So right there when I was talking about Fiverr, somebody, I just remembered, somebody put into comments, I think on the video, that maybe Fiverr was trying to get back to me. Yeah, here it is, Wintermute. Did Fiverr get their revenge? Because I was just talking about Fiverr when it crashed. Let's go on to the next piece of information I want to look at. Is I'm going to come down to File Explorer on the taskbar at the bottom of the screen here. Mouse down here, right click on that. And I want to go to Video Files and see what my local recording, what it showed. Did it continue recording past that time? So 1:49:49 is where that finished. Just going to make a note of that because you know my short-term memory issues. You saw that recently when I transposed the numbers on that IP address in yesterday's video. So here, video files, these are showing up when I right-click on File Explorer because they are recent folders that I've looked at. But video files, that's common enough that I'm going to, oh, it is pinned. No, is it pinned? That says unpinned from this list. Oh, I thought I would see a thumbtack if it is pinned. So these are pinned. Yep, that took it away. And these down here are frequent. Okay, yeah. Oh, this whole section is pinned. Okay, so that was a wrong way to go. And I'm going to drag this up here. I thought I could drag that up. No, I can't. Oh, well. So there I just was wrong about two things I was trying to show there. It was at the top. If I unpin these and then repin them, that will cycle video files to be up at the top because I'm kind of used to it there. But anyway, I'm going to go into here. These are the local recordings from XSplit. I'm going to go down to the folders because it automatically does a local recording. So it would be this one right here. We can see that has a date on it of November 1st. So maybe that's actually today. That's probably the live stream going right now. Let's make this wider. Yep, sure enough. So here's the one from Saturday, October 29th. Double click on that and it just gives it a temporary file name. And I'm going to launch that and then scroll out to 1:49. This shows the end of it at the bottom right. Good morning. It's 11 o'clock straight up and 50. Oh, I should have hit pause instead of stop. There, pause. Okay, now, in the bottom right corner, you can see 1:49:45. So that's actually 4 seconds prior to when the YouTube live stream ended. I thought this was going to go on a little bit longer. So I expect that's going to be the same thing where I was talking about Fiverr. Well, anyway, I don't need to go show that now because you'll see it in not too distant bit better. I think it was worthwhile. I'm pleased with how quick the author responded to me. That I'm calling at this time a winner from the. So that I'm calling it this time a winner, as opposed to that other recent experience with a thumbnail from the. Okay, so XSplit stopped recording and stopped sending stream at that time. Now let's look at one other thing there. Am I displaying at that point the actual computer time? No, you don't get to see that.
It's about a 3 or 4
Notification I made was to make those video screens bigger so that you don't tell that it's inside of a Zoom window. Okay, I got a text from Tony saying laggy. Is anybody else seeing a lagging stream right now? Coming back to look at chat, see if other people are reporting that. My guess XSplit's last buffer didn't get written. Try rearranging pinned items. Yeah, nobody else reporting that the stream seems laggy. So moving on. Now, let's go see what else we can find out. Reliability monitor. Let's get off of this. Oh, okay, so what's XSplit saying right now? Oh, by the way, thank you to Tony Wallow for the $9.99 super chat. Analytics view, stream health over here. Stream is healthy. So XSplit is telling me the stream is healthy. Reliability monitor. View reliability history. I did Windows key and started typing the word reliability down here in the bottom left corner. And that gave me a search. Gave me a search result. View reliability history. I click on that. And what does it tell us about Saturday? Yeah, got 3 X's on the 29th. Just confirming the 29th is that date. Yeah, because the 30th is Sunday, so the 29th is Saturday. We got here is an X for application failures. We have an X for Windows failures, and we have an X for miscellaneous failures. Over here, we're showing critical events. DTS audio processing object stopped working. Windows was not properly shut down at 1:08, so that's when I powered off the computer. Informational events, we don't care anything about those. Let's see if these give me any greater detail. 9:05 a.m. was the clock time of this event. That's an app crash, but no, 9:05, that's not right, because that was before I started the stream. 9:07, 9:15, 9:54. So all of these with audio processing were before even starting the stream. I didn't have a Fortnite that morning. During that time, perhaps I was preparing, doing some show prep, but I don't think so. That was, no, when we had this list of topics, I didn't really have show prep for that, did I? Oh, yes, I did. I was opening up some tabs to be able to show the video editing template, and there was another one that I had set up. For email, no. I don't see that there. What I was thinking of. Okay. Then going back to reliability monitor, these items aren't helping me at all. This one, 12:51. The stream started at 11 and went for almost 2 hours, an hour 45 minutes. So that should be 12:49. This was a hardware error. Let's double click that, see what it tells us. A problem with your hardware caused Windows to stop working correctly. Oh, well, what we wound up doing during that was setting up the virtual computer. Wasn't it? We didn't have virtual computer there. Oh, there it is, setting up a virtual computer. Yeah, we did. We set up virtual computer on Big Beast Build and had that minimized at the time that this crash occurred. And then later in the day, when I was doing the Fortnite stream with Dennis, that stream also crashed. However, at that time, the virtual computer was not running because I had since did a cold reboot of Big Beast Build and then did not relaunch the virtual computer. But something that I did not do, I don't think I did, is I don't think I restarted Big Beast Build after that, holding the power button down to force it off. I turned it back on and I think I just went forward and used it. And my strategy or theory or policy or directive is anytime a computer is restarted after some kind of a crash, it needs to have a normal restart before you can really rely on it. So I didn't do that. Let's go take a look at Event Viewer because that will tell if I restarted it after that crash recovery. So go into Windows Log System. And then anytime that I want to rely on the sequence of events in here, I want to click on the date and time column because even though it looks like it is in descending order, I've seen plenty of instances where it's not perfectly in descending order and some items can be out of place. So this takes a little while to do the sorting. There it is done. Now it is in ascending order. I can tell that by this caret symbol up here. If I click on that, it'll change the order so that now I have the most recent at the top. I'm interested in things from Saturday, which is October 29th. So let's filter this log on custom range. And the first event will be events on. Now this was a little tricky when I first started trying to deal with this. Why can't I change this date and time in here? Well, it's just because it is, you have selected here to use the first event that's in the log. It's not November 1st. So events on, I want the to filter these from October 29th, 9 a.m. is fine. And for the ending date, I'll choose November 29th. Oops, there. I mean October 29th. And let's make that 2 p.m. I could narrow the range down more than that, but that's sufficiently narrow that I can scroll through it pretty reasonably. And it's broad enough that I can find things that I'm interested in. Now, within this, I'm going to... no, let's just go look at that time range. So that's going to be around 12:49 that we're expecting to see whatever is there. $12:49. There's a warning at 12:49 and nothing more until 1:08. So it didn't capture any events after that apparent lockup. Oh, by the way, I started telling about the lockup that I had during Fortnite later in the afternoon. I think it was on the Ken Stout show maybe even it was Ken Stout, mentioned that he had observed or was aware that there were a lot of streams that had trouble on that day. Now, I don't know where that information came from, and where it came to him from, but that was a thought that was on my mind, particularly since I had a problem with XSplit during a live stream, and during my Fortnite stream, that was with OBS, so different software. If YouTube was having problems throughout the day, then that might be all that it was. But if it was my computer that was having the problem, then this would imply that it wasn't specific to XSplit or to OBS, but something with my computer. I haven't had any trouble since then. And on Saturday, my computer had the unusual experience of the virtual computer. I explained during Saturday's show that I went into the UEFI setup and checked the virtualization to see if I needed to turn that on in order to be able to do 64-bit operating system virtualized. It was already on, so I did not have a change to UEFI setup on Saturday. And when I had the crash during Fortnite in the afternoon on Saturday, I did not have the virtual computer. It had not been launched since starting the computer. So here, name resolution for the name T-Ring fallback msh.net timed out after none of the configured DNS servers responded. That's not very, I don't think that's very specific to the problem I had, but I think what this is implying is that this is the first thing that my computer was able to register as a problem when that event occurred. My notes say that this occurred 1 hour, 49 minutes, 49 seconds into the stream. 49 minutes. And 49 seconds. However, my stream didn't start at exactly 11 a.m. straight up. So what is this saying to us? Name resolution. Well, that's when your computer is trying to communicate with other computers over the internet. DNS servers do domain name services, and they translate website names into IP addresses. So the name resolution for the name tringfallback.msh.net, some reason my computer, perhaps Microsoft Edge, maybe I had it open. I don't usually have Microsoft Edge open, but sometimes it would imply to me that Microsoft Edge, or possibly even one of the gadgets that Windows 10 is trying to display to us, which I don't have any of them turned on, was trying to access content from that address. So it was the name resolution for that address that timed out after none of the configured DNS servers responded. So my computer was not able to communicate with DNS servers, even though Zoom was still live partially. The images I was seeing of the people in Zoom were not active. They were all frozen in place, but we still had two-way conversations going on. So my computer was still having some interaction over the internet. On their side, the people on the Zoom session, when they were watching me, they reported I was still video active. My video was in motion. So my camera was still functional. The computer was still functional to the extent of being able to communicate with the camera and to be able to communicate with Zoom. Although it was a one-way communication for video. Now, I don't typically do an extensive amount of troubleshooting or trying to track down a problem unless a problem is reoccurring. Now, it happened twice on Saturday. There's the possibility that it had to do with YouTube. If it did have to do with YouTube, I wouldn't have expected my keyboard and mouse to lock up, and I wouldn't have expected me to lose the video that I was receiving on Zoom. Now, it's not my objective in this session to solve or figure out what happened. I just wanted to explore it with you and investigate. I wanted to investigate this to see what I can tell about what happened, and here we're doing it live. So I'm going to go take a look at chat and see if you guys have further contribution to that. I'm going to pop out chat. Usually I don't interact with chat a whole lot during these live streams. And by the way, Ken Stout has informed me his stream will be later in the day today, and he hasn't actually scheduled it yet, unless he's got an update for me in here. Let's see. So I'm going to take a look first at the oranges. Daily DaVinci pushed back to 1:30 Ken's time. Reliability monitor. Yes, Ken's video is now scheduled. Rand, try rearranging pinned items by dragging them in Explorer left pane. He's referring to these pinned items here. I come over to the left. I guess this is what he means by left pane. Oh, no. He's talking about in Explorer here and taking this video files and dragging it up. Yes, perfect. Okay. That does that. And then right click here. And yes, that moved it there. And that rings a bell of familiarity. Thank you, Rand. Israel, save me from, oh, I wasn't displaying that. Dad burned it. Okay, so what he was explaining there was go into Explorer, left pane. This video files was down here somewhere. And try that again. Oh, I can't move it down below the thumb, the pinned items. I was trying to pull it down too far. So by moving it around there, that affects where it shows up on this list. I can't move it here. I can't rearrange the order here. I can drag things here to put them where I want. But notice when I'm over thumbnails there, that's not going to work. That's going to copy it into the thumbnails folder. I want that black line between two items, and then let go of the mouse, and that rearranges this. Okay, little side trip there, little squirrel. Coming back to chat. That's all of the orange items. I'll go schedule, I'll let you watch me schedule Ken's redirect. It's on customization. Scroll down here, click add for redirect, and then click into here. And it's still not there. I think I have to refresh this web page before it shows up. So I'm refreshing Live Studio. And that shouldn't stop my stream. It shouldn't crash my stream, he says with his fingers crossed. Then come down to redirect, add, search videos from other channels. There it is, Daily DaVinci debacle, and the fix is in. Ah, lost some viewers there. Wow, what happened there? Do we think that's legitimate? Did I actually go down to 0 viewers for a moment? Stream health is okay. Come back to chat. All right, then I'll look for question marks. I'm going to do a Control F3 question marks to search for that. There's 6 instances. Let's go to the first instance. There it is. Dennis on installing Armory Crate from all his Asus devices. I think that's because he got an error message during our Fortnite stream this morning that implied that. And then Ken Stout is saying previous message. So I got that. Then go on to the third question marks. Dennis, this is the first time I've seen this community post. So it should have come to you by virtue of notifications, but he's either he didn't notice it come or it didn't arrive to him. Now, actually, if we go back anyone who's subscribed to my channel, if you go back to your notifications, can you scroll down that far enough to see community post? If you scroll down this 19 hours, 22 hours, 1 day ago, yeah, if you scroll down here far enough, there's 2 days ago. So it keeps notifications for quite a long time. 3 days ago. So anytime you feel that you missed didn't get a notification, come in here and look at this because it shows your history of notifications. I didn't realize you could go back that far. It occurred to me, maybe. Let's go look. Circling arrow referred to as throbber. Oh, I like that. I like having a name to things. A throbber, known as a loading icon, animated graphical control element used to show that a computer program is performing an action in the background, such as downloading content, conducting intensive calculations, or communicating with an external device. They don't actually give us an image of it there, but I like that. Throbber. Throbber. For some reason, I just know I'm going to have a hard time remembering that word when I need to use it. Your notification bell was set to some notifications. I changed it to all. Could you send a test community post? All right, that's worth demonstrating. So if I come back here to my channel, let's do it this way. I'm going to click on my icon, go to my channel, then click on community. And then I put in, I'll click in here, this is a test community post. Please click like if you see this. And then post. So that goes to public. I could be sending it to channel members only. And this 3-dot menu is for schedule posts. I could schedule it to go out at a later time. So here's post. Now let's see, coming back here. Yeah, see these do show the number of likes. And on that one that I sent out Saturday, it has 8 likes. Fiverr did not like that comment. Yeah, that was which because that's when it crashed on Saturday. I thought yesterday's stream started earlier than I realized it's still daylight savings time in Doug's zone. Yes. So his zone probably has already changed, I guess. Oh, I was trying to go through the question marks. Let's get the next question mark. Make sure I didn't skip one. Yeah. Speaking of virtual machines, I won't be doing a video for a Windows 11 guest. Oracle changed it so that any processor qualifies. If you do an unattended install, it will allow a local account. All right. Dennis was saying that he would do a video of doing a Windows 11 install with a guest account. I don't quite remember what the demonstration was, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. Then going on to the next 3 question marks. No DNS server equals no internet. Well, not entirely. You can have something go wrong with the DNS servers. I've had that plenty of times where we still have internet connectivity. You just can't browse anything. Your browser won't work. You won't be able to resolve addresses. But so no internet means no internet functionality. But when I'm thinking of it in technical aspects, you're still connected to the internet. You could still ping your gateway addresses of your internet service provider. If you were to try browsing by typing in IP addresses, if you found out what the IP address is for Google, for instance, I think you can type in that address in the web browser and get to it that way. Well, as long as I've said that, I guess I got to put some action behind my words. So if I go to, let's see, ping google.com, Oh, give me an IPv6 address. Oh, really? Can I put that into a browser? I don't think yeah, it does include the colon, right? Let's see. I don't know. I've never tried this. And then paste it into the browser. No, that just gave me a Google search. It's not quite doing it. Okay, so I want to get something that'll give me an IPv4 address. Ping, oops, spell ping right. msn.com. There we got a good address. Get my address showing here on the screen at the same time. Oh, those are all timed out because it doesn't allow a ping. That's okay. 13.82.28.61. Site can't be reached. All right, I'm not certain if I'm right about that being able, but let's move on. Let's move on. Not get hung up with that. That is 6 of 6 exclamation marks. Now, then we got some more orange. Perhaps it was the refresh. Here's another 3 question marks. It didn't show up in this search because they came up, these 3 question marks came up afterwards. Take a look at the DNS address within the browser. You might consider changing it to either Cloudflare or Google. There are differences in response times. Yes, I'm aware of the differences in response times. I don't even remember what, I don't know what I have as my DNS servers right now. ipconfig/all, enter, scroll up, and DNS servers, an IPv6 address. But he's saying DNS addresses within the browser. Is there a setting in the browser for choosing a DNS server? I don't think I've ever done that. I'm not sure if it'll fix this particular issue. Oh, but this isn't an issue to fix. The only reason why we're looking at DNS is because that was the error message that I got in the event viewer. It might not have been due to a DNS problem. It's what my computer perceived as the first problem and only problem it was able to encounter when that lockup occurred. I keep my notification dropdown cleared so Dennis doesn't get to see the old notifications. BH Ringer, there's an image of Throbber on the far right of the wiki page. Oh, is there? Oh, there it is. Sure enough. That's not, I don't think that's the same one we see when a YouTube stream dies. Isn't it a really thick arrow going around? But still, it's the design of the Throbber isn't that big a deal, I don't think. Seldom Ball, no notification for community posts, and he has all enabled. Ping -4 in order to do what? I'm not familiar with that. Come on. Why are you not giving me? Oh, I got to scroll down. Wow, that's going. Oh, my scroll wheel got locked. That's all that was. Ping. Oh, ping an address. Of course, got to be pinging an address. So let's do. What was my last recent ping? Oh, that was on a different. That was on a different command prompt. It's no longer in the buffer. Ping msn.com-4. Oh, to get that would be to get an IP4 address. Oh, okay. So then doing that for Google is what I want to do. Ping google.com-4 to get a IPv4 address. Cool. Copy that. Go to a new tab. Now, of course, I have DNS is still accessible to me now. So I would need to test this when DNS is not accessible to me. And I don't think I want to disable my DNS during a live stream. That could be a problem. Then it's got no notification on PC, no notification on the phone either. I don't know how you would. For me, when notifications appear, if I don't happen to look at the right time, I don't see it unless I go back and scroll through notifications later. Maybe he's doing that before he clears his notification history. Often see community posts in my YouTube homepage. I wonder if there's a way to configure so you don't receive community posts. And could that be something that's going on for Dennis? Dennis, do you ever get community posts from any channel? DNS is set on network adapter. Yeah, it's that as far as I know. Wow, I got that acronym. That was not a no-brainer. Assume that I can understand that acronym. But I did. Yeah, DNS is set on the network adapter. That's all I know. And you could set it up on your router to assign it to your computer if you're using DHCP, but I don't think there's any way in a browser to set a different DNS. Don't quote me on setting within the browser. I may be in error. Okay, yeah, I think you're wrong there. Sometimes mind misfiles things, but there's definitely within Windows. Yeah, we can come on down here to the network icon in the bottom right corner down here. Right click on it, choose Open Network and Internet Settings, and then come down here to change adapter options, and then come up here to your network adapter, whichever one is actually active right now. Right click on it, choose Properties, then come to your IPv4 and click Properties, and then you would put in you could leave IP address automatically and hard code in a preferred DNS here. And what somebody was just suggesting was that I use Cloudflare or Google, and what is it? One of them is I don't have them which is which memorized very well, and what was the other? 8.8. I don't know, something else. He'll probably have that in chat by the time I get there. And what was one of the others? I don't remember the others. But if you want to go ahead and put in those alternatives, because many times whatever your ISP is assigning you for your DNS servers, if you use Cloudflare or I think it's Google, they actually perform better. And what did we find my DNS was currently set to? Yeah, it was showing the IPv6 addresses. Well, I could turn that off. I could disable that if I want to see only IPv4 addresses by disabling my IPv6. Now, I think I can do this even while I'm live streaming, because my IPv4 should instantly take over if my communications are going through IPv6. So I'm going to do that in a moment, but I'm gonna prepare for the possibility that might crash my stream, because I just enjoy doing that, don't you? What else do we get here? Londog conference, he's mistaken on that. Yeah, fine. And if you only had a virtual computer to test things like that. All right, nice one, Rand. And for those who don't know, I do have a virtual computer, but I'm not going to go there now because I'm way over time. Last phone notification was your Fortnite stream, but that's not a community notification. My question to Dennis is, do you get community notifications, not stream notifications, not video notifications? Dennis says, I don't show any community post on the home page at the moment. Ooh, I got another acronym. Wow. Last phone. Okay, Lawn Dog. Maybe, Doug, we could do a video on the subject of notifications within Windows because there are a lot of settings, a lot of things to interpret. I'm using the word interpret as choosing a setting, but not fully understanding what it is going to do. I used to get multiple flags from the edge of the screen. Now I'm only getting one big flag at a time. I used to be able to get 3 and they were all smaller. I'd like to fix that. Flags at the edge of the screen. Down here in Windows down here in Windows notifications, is that what you're calling flags at the edge of the screen? And is that where you're expecting to see your notifications? I only want to see my notifications on my cell phone. I don't want to see notifications on the computer. And did Dennis tell us if no notification on his phone either. Dennis, I almost always bypass YouTube homepage, go to my subscription feed instead. I don't show any community posts on the homepage. So I'm wondering if there's some place within notification settings for YouTube where you can say, I don't want to see community posts. Google DNS is 8.8.8.8 and 8.8.44, and Cloudflare is 1.1.1. Is there a second address to use for Cloudflare, or would you perhaps use Cloudflare as your DNS number 1 and one of the Google addresses as your DNS number 2? Yes, I'm using the terminology flag for the pop-up notification. And you see what I mean about terminology? Yeah. To be clear, 2 PCs and a phone did not show any community posts. And Lawn Dog, yes, there is a second address. Just couldn't find it within the document he's looking at. Okay, good enough. I caught up with chat, which is a very unusual thing to do on these daily, I was about to say daily Da Vinci shows. Windows Daily. That's a spam phone call coming in, not a client. So that'll do it. If you got a suggestion of a topic that you'd like me to cover on a Windows Daily, you can send to that address. If you'd like to do a one-on-one session, either live stream or recorded, that I can upload as a video, then send an email to me at that address. I am working on some thoughts about redesigning my channel a bit in ways to get the service that I want to be doing on this channel, which is live responses to Windows technical questions, ideally during remote connection sessions and Zoom sessions, but they can also be through the chat room. That's really what I'd like to be doing. So anyway, there may be more coming up that I'll be passing along to you in regards to those channel makeovers, changes that I'm toying with. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.